ये इंटरव्यू लिया गया है एसीपी प्रणब कटारिया के द्वारा। प्रणब कटारिया जी डीवाईएसपी हैं, बड़ोदरा में इस समय पोस्टेड हैं, और प्रतीश राज जी के द्वारा, प्रतीश राज जी पीडी गुरुकुल के डायरेक्टर हैं।
Hello everyone, I'm Shraddha Khatri and I'm a student of PD Gurukul's main 2020 batch, and now you are gonna see my interview for GPSC class 1-2. Thank you. May I come in, sir?
Yes, please.
May I have seat?
Yes. શું કોડ છે તમારો?
So my code is 507.
507. Okay, so introduce yourself.
Sir, my code is 507. I have completed my graduation in dentistry in 2018. Since then, I'm preparing for civil services, especially for Gujarat Civil Services. I gave my first attempt in 2018, but I couldn't clear it marginally. And then I started my job as Deputy Mamlatdar at Narmada District DSO office.
So you didn't find your career as a dentist as lucrative as GPSC?
No, sir. The thing is that GPSC gives you a very diverse work profile that is not possible in dentistry. And the other rigid reason is that there is a lot of underemployment prevalent in most of the fields. So that includes dentistry. And GPSC provides you a very secure.
So you are coming to become a deputy collector or DYSP because you are unemployed.
No.
So basically you are trying to tell that.
I'm not trying to tell that, but that is the major reason for a shift. Otherwise, I was planning for continuing with MDS.
So you are working as a deputy Mamlatdar right now
Yes.
in Narmada district.
Yes, Purvata.
Ji. So how was your experience in Narmada district? How is Narmada district? If I want to go to Narmada district for weekends with my family, so where can I go?
Sir, Narmada is basically been developed as a tourism spot. Right now we have the Statue of Unity, and along with that there is an entire zone developed along with that. Apart from this, we have natural scenic places as well, like Ninai Dod and Zarwani Falls and Gardit and many more that are not basically published, popularized as Statue of Unity is. So those are the places you can definitely go to, sir.
Only falls?
There are falls, there's Sulpaneshwar Wildlife Sanctuary you can go to. Then there are various track areas as well for trekking, and there are various places near Gardit, that is in Nandod Taluka. And
our Honorable Prime Minister has visited frequently in Narmada district.
right, sir.
And he has inaugurated many different.
That is what I said earlier. As SOU, along with SOU, there's an entire zone that includes this Ekta Mall and Cactus Garden and zoo, nutritional park along with that. And
Have you visited nutritional park?
I haven't yet. I have visited SOU, but it was developed after I visited that place.
So, as you said, that diversity is one thing which you are looking for. What sort of diversity are you looking for in this job?
Sir, if we talk about the post of deputy collector, there are almost 10 to 12 different places where you get to serve. That you can serve as SDM or DSO, deputy collector, MDM, or stamp duty collector, and also as district planning officer. There are many places which you can serve in during your 30 years of job. That is not available with this dentistry.
So, as you said that you have spent some time during your job in Narmada district, right? We have seen that central government and state government has put a lot of focus on that particular district due to tourism, right? And a lot of cost has been incurred there. So, would you really think that that cost is recoverable in the near past, in the coming 20-30 years, because a huge cost was involved in that? Do you really think that it is recoverable, or is it going to be a profitable project for the government?
Sir, yes, I do think it will be a profitable project, because the yearly footfall is around 5 lakh person, and if you talk about the single ticket, it would cost around 3,000 rupees. And apart from this, the tourists also get opportunity to visit tribal areas, and that can boost local economy. So that is the other benefit that will boost economy there.
So basically, as you said, the average ticket cost is around 3,000 rupees. When I went few days back, a few months back, you can say, I really do not saw that it was not 3,000 rupees. Rather, the average cost was around 1,000 rupees if you visit a lot of things there also. So, and again, your data of 20 lakh footfalls.
5 lakh.
Footfalls. So, yeah, how did you get this data? Because I am really skeptical.
I have read this in Gujarat Pakshik. In this, I think last 3 months of editions, उसमें से कोई एक में था. I don't remember.
जो नर्मदा डिस्ट्रिक्ट है उसका एक हिस्ट्री रहा है आंदोलनों का, आदिवासी आंदोलन, कि वहाँ पे जो भी डेवलपमेंट हो रहा है, जो नर्मदा डैम बना, उसका वहाँ के जो लोकलाइट हैं उस पर नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट हुआ है, और उनकी ज़मीनें गई हैं, उनको बहुत नुकसान, और उनको जो बढ़तर मिलना चाहिए वो भी नहीं मिल पा रहा. तो उसके बारे में आपका एनालिसिस क्या कहता है, क्या पढ़ा है उसके बारे में?
सर, जब 1960 में ये प्रोजेक्ट वीआर डैम का स्टार्ट हो रहा था, तब आई थिंक 17, आई एम नॉट वेरी श्योर, बट आई थिंक 17 विलेजेस के जो लैंड एक्वायर की गई थी. તો उसमें जो એમાં જે જાહેરનામું હોય, જાહેરનામાની કોપી છે આપણી પાસે, પણ એના પછી આપણે પેમેન્ટ જે કર્યું છે બધાને વિલેજર્સને, એની કોઈ પુરાવા નથી, અને દેર હેઝ બીન કમ્પ્લેન ફ્રોમ ટ્રાઇબલ્સ નથી, એટલે જ હાઈકોર્ટમાં હમણાં પ્રોબ્લેમેટિક ઇસ્યુ છે એ. એટલે ટ્રાઇબલ્સ આર સ્ટીલ ક્લેમિંગ, બટ વોટ ગવર્મેન્ટ સેઝ ઇઝ, વી હેવ given them enough of land that was due to them, but after their family got divided, their children are now demanding more land, and the issue is about that basically. And according to the LAR Act came in 2013, and it was not retrospective, but and the land was acquired before that. So the provisions of like
આ જે આખો મુદ્દો છે એને તમે એક લાર્જ સ્કેલમાં જુઓ તો શું આ સમસ્યા શું છે? એક બાજુ આપણે વિચારીએ છીએ ડેવલપમેન્ટ, અને ડેવલપમેન્ટના કારણે જે લોકલ લોકો છે ત્યાંના એમના અધિકારોનું હનન, બરાબર છે? તો એ બાબતમાં તમે શું વિચારો છો કે ડેવલપમેન્ટને પ્રાયોરિટી આપવી જોઈએ કે પછી લોકલ ત્યાંના જે વર્ષોથી રહેતા લોકો છે એમના અધિકારોને પ્રાયોરિટી આપવી જોઈએ, કે એમની વચ્ચે બેલેન્સ કરવું જોઈએ? જો સરકાર એ બેલેન્સ કરી શકી છે કે નથી, બરાબર, બેલેન્સ કર્યું છે તો કઈ રીતે, નથી કર્યું તો કઈ રીતે?
સર, અહીંયા ડેવલપમેન્ટ આવશે, ટુરિઝમ ફૂટફોલ વધશે, એટલે હેન્ડીક્રાફ્ટ જે પણ ટ્રાઇબલ એરિયા હશે, કે પછી હોમ સ્ટે પોલિસી છે, એનાથી યુ કેન એ પણ ટુરિઝમને એના લીધે એમના ઇકોનોમીને તો પ્રમોટ કરશે. પછી હમણાં એક બીજું આદર્શ ગ્રામ બનાવવાનો એક પ્લાન છે ત્યાં. આદર્શ ગ્રામ ઇઝ નિયર ગોરા, દેટ ઇઝ જસ્ટ બિસાઇડ સ્ટેચ્યુ ઓફ યુનિટી. તો ધ પીપલ હુ આર ડિમાન્ડિંગ કે અમારી લેન્ડ ગઈ છે અને ઘર નથી આપ્યા, હવે કોઈ એમ્પ્લોયમેન્ટ નથી, એટલે ત્યાં શોપ્સ પણ બનાવશે where they can sell their products or establish a tea stall, like it is done in ઝરવાની. ઝરવાનીમાં ઓલરેડી એવી રીતે એ લોકોએ ત્યાં બનાવ્યું જ છે. ગવર્મેન્ટ શોપ્સ છે, પણ ટ્રાઇબલ્સ ડુ વર્ક દેર દેટ વે, અને એવી રીતે જ આદર્શ ગ્રામ બનાવશે હવે. તો એમને ઘર રહેવાનું જે ઘર પણ મળી જશે, અને એમ્પ્લોયમેન્ટ પણ એ જ જગ્યાએ અવેલેબલ હશે. અને સર, બીજી વાત કરીએ તો મેં કીધું હું નાયબ મામલતદાર પુરવઠા તરીકે મેં ત્યાં કામ કર્યું છે. તો અમારા જે દુકાનદાર હતા એમની આવક ખૂબ ઓછી હતી, ઇવન ધો આ શોપ્સ FPS ચલાવતા હતા તો પણ. તો એની સાથે એ ટુરિસ્ટ ગાઈડ પણ છે હવે, એ જ વ્યક્તિ. તો એમના ઘરમાં એડિશનલ ઇન્કમ એની પણ આવે છે. તો ધેટ વે બીજા ઘણા લોકોને ટુરિસ્ટ ગાઈડનું પછી આવી રીતે ઘણી ઇન્કમ બીજી મળી છે.
So basically, you talked about some land acquisition problems. Can you talk about the land reforms which are really required in Gujarat right now?
Not sure. I don't.
What is land reform?
Land reforms is redistribution of land among surplus and deficit land. But I don't have sufficient data to support any of my arguments right now.
What are your arguments?
Arguments can be like you can just collect extra land from the surplus. The farmers who have more than 54 acres, એટલે જે મિનિમમ લેન્ડ મેક્સિમમ લેન્ડ 54 acres હોઈ શકે, એનાથી વધારે જે પોતાના ફેમિલીના નામ પર જમીન લેતા હોય છે, you can collect their land and then just transfer it to tenants or laborers, જે ગણોત કહેવાય એ. અને પણ એ બધું ઓલરેડી 1960s આસપાસ થઈ ગયું છે. અને હમણાંનું જે સ્ટેટસ છે એક્ઝેક્ટલી મને ખબર નથી કે હાઉ મેની ટેનન્ટ્સ આર વર્કિંગ. સો
So you want to become a deputy collector and you don't know anything about land reforms requirement in Gujarat. So how can
Sir, I need to read about it. I'll read about it.
so it means you are not a good candidate for us to select in deputy collector. Okay. You said you are working as a deputy mamlatdar. So the post of deputy mamlatdar has a different name. What is this?
For us it is SAK. SAK.
No. Executive magistrate. So what is executive magistrate?
Magisterial powers are broadly divided into this judicial and executive. The implementation arm and those who prevent for judicial magistrates it is punitive and for us it is preventive. કે કંઈ થાય નહીં એ તમારે ध्यान આપવાનું હોય. Like કોઈ પણ disputes હોય તો there are tribunals that are held at SDM's office regarding
So judicial magistrate don't have preventive powers. You want to say that your power is preventive and their power is punitive. So is it a watertight compartment, or you also have a punitive power and they also have preventive power?
So there can be a mixture of. I'm not clear about it.
You are not clear about your post.
The thing is that
And the post where you want to go.
We have not.
For both you are not. Okay.
All right. In one of your answers, you mentioned about fair price shop incident, right? What are the problems, according to you, are there in the fair price shops, or you can say in the public distribution system in Gujarat?
Sir, as what the data says is that 23% of leakage in public distribution system in Gujarat, whereas the major problem is that inclusion and exclusion is not done correctly, or there is forging of Russian
Inclusion and exclusion of what?
the right beneficiaries. Right. And there are forging of cards and
Today, Prime Minister is inaugurating a program for distribution of food. So what's that program?
Sir, the completion of 5 years of this current government, as a part of celebration, they have distributed food grains under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana currently
To me and you?
No, to NFSA beneficiaries. There are 4.35 lakhs NFSA beneficiaries in Gujarat currently. It is being distributed to them, sir.
basically, what do you think about the services? I mean to say that you have said that you will get a lot of opportunity in very diversified field, right? So right now you're doing a certain work as a deputy mamlatdar, as an executive magistrate, right? How this experience of yours is going to be benefited you in your coming job?
Sir, whenever a SDM works, he works through his juniors and he has to submit his work to his seniors. So the junior, I am currently working as one of his team member. So I actually know the ground level problems that are persistent right now, and the office procedures, and the way government communicates, and the way it has to be transferred to your subordinates, and the way work has to be done, the working procedures, you get to know about it, and it can be helpful when you work for it.
What are ground level problems?
Regarding, sir,
You said you know that what are ground.
the ground level problems, you can, for PDS, is what I said earlier. Apart from it, there are several other problems like red tapeism, work is not being done on time. Then there is a lot of
Government says that we now direct transfer the benefit. So we have removed that red tapeism or corruption. So don't you agree with that?
it has reduced substantially, but it is still present, sir.
So direct benefit transfer has very limited success. You want to say?
DBT's whole is another thing. DBT is just for payments. Apart from it, you have to, the beneficiaries have to come for this various certificates from government. तो उसमें अभी भी देरी तो होती है, तुरंत नहीं मिलते हैं.
What is e-rupee? Do you know e-rupee?
Currently, I'm not aware, but abhi
Just yesterday, Prime Minister inaugurated a digital system called e-rupee. You don't know about it?
I need to read about it.
All right. And what are your stand about the recent farm laws? You have seen that there is a lot of stir among the farmers, right? About the recent farm laws. You also worked in a place where farming and farmers are still prevalent, villages are still prevalent. You have also have worked there. So what are your views about the recent farm laws?
The recent farm laws, they are basically 3 laws. So one of them is about doing away with this APMC markets, and the protest is basically they are being conducted in North India currently, and that is because of their demand to keep the status quo as it is currently, because of the fear that if it is done away with, their farm produce wouldn't be acquired at MSP. So, sir, the main problem with this is the correct stakeholders were not consulted timely, and proper scrutiny of the law was not being conducted. It was passed in the parliament with haste. So I think the persuasion with farm leaders was much needed, which was not done, and maybe that is the reason for this protest. It might be the step in right direction. It might be wrong, but proper communication was missing.
And what is your stand? The question is still stands the same. What is your stand? What do you think? Whether they are right or not?
According to me, doing away with Essential Commodities Act is the right step. But not the APMC point. Even I do not agree with it.
Why?
Sir, because many of the farmers do directly depend on government procurement system for this, and that is what forms the basis of PDS as well. So I think it is much needed.
What are your hobbies?
Sir, currently I cannot say I have some specific hobbies, but I do go with cycling at times.
Do you know? Do you follow any woman officer in Gujarat government right now, or anywhere in Indian government administration?
Sir, Vani Dudat, DYSP Vani Dudat, Garudeshwar.
So you want to become DYSP or deputy collector? What's your preference?
DC, Deputy Collector, yes. But she is a known person, and that is why I keep on updated with her.
Any woman-oriented movies you have seen in recent past?
Nirja.
Some 3 years back, 3 or 4 years back.
I cannot just recall. Nirja is what I can recall. देखा होगा.
Not Gunjan Saxena?
अब नहीं, I haven't watched it.
नहीं, निर्जा मूवी में उसमें क्या देखा?
क्या देखा मतलब she was working as a flight attendant when it was hijacked, and her role was proactive in saving the passengers, even at the cost of her own life.
तो बस और कुछ मदर डॉटर रिलेशन उसमें नहीं दिखाया?
I thought you are asking from this perspective. Yes, mother-daughter relation and violence as well, domestic violence. Her husband used to hit her, and then how strong she just came back even after going through all this trauma. She came back and she started working with dignity. That is.
Why didn't you choose DYSP as your first preference? Is there anything specific about DC?
Sir, DC has a more broader profile than DYSP.
How can you say that?
Sir, where DYSP is mainly related with maintenance of law and order, whereas this DC is also, it has much broader work.
We are asking you same. What? How is it? How the work profile is broader than DYSP?
Okay, so sir, it is mostly associated with crime, whereas DC is also associated with welfare and land records, along with being a part of this criminal justice system as well.
So recently there are many movies of women police officers. So you are not at all impressed with them, and the crime against women are also rising.
Right, sir.
So don't you like? So you are.
I'm not telling I don't like. I just said that that's my second preference.
So you also like them.
Because I've seen.
What will you do if you are posted as a DYSP in any division or any city? What would be the first 3 things you will do after posting as a DYSP, lady police officer?
I would like to skip this question. There's a broad thing, like several things going on in my.
In interview, you can't skip.
Any question you have to answer, or you have to say I'm really sorry about it. That's it's.
You are not in a Kaun Banega Crorepati.
You don't have lifelines here also.
Okay.
Thank you very much.